Friends, what are the two coolest brothers in the history of mark making? This pencil right here, the 901 Indigo Blue, and this bad boy, the discontinued 901 Indigo Blue stick that was discontinued. I have some for sale by the end of the video. Check it out. So if you're not aware of this amazing stick, it is actually the Prismacolor 901 Indigo Blue stick form. And unfortunately, it is discontinued. So it's almost as if you really want something to get discontinued, make it total quality and then get used to it and know how awesome it is. And it's almost for sure to be discontinued. That's really what happened with this stick. It makes such cool marks and strokes, and it's just the greatest stick that I've ever used. And so through all of the years of drawing with this thing and doing videos, everyone's always asking me, what the heck is that thing you're using? And I say, it's the 901 Indigo Blue stick. And they say, where can I get it? And I'm like, you cannot. Okay, fast forward now. There's a guy that was in my drawing class last month, and he lives in the Swiss Alps, basically. His name is Michael. And he was asking me about this stick. And he said he did a Google search on it, and he said he couldn't, it was discontinued, he couldn't find it. And he said, because I'm such a pit bull, once I get chasing something, I won't let it go. So he said he thought about this and said, what if I Googled wholesale? And sure enough, this stick came up in New Zealand, 380 sticks of it. And so we bought both of them. We didn't buy both of them. We bought all of them, and we split them between ourselves. And so all that to say is I have like 180. I've sold maybe 50 of these bad boys, and I'm gonna have more for sale. I will give more details at the end of the video, so hang tight. I will give some ideas as to how I'm gonna start selling these bad boys and availability. So hang tight. Let me just talk a little bit about this movement here as I start stroking. So this is an inside the book drawing that I do in my store, thomasfluharty.com. You buy a book and you spend a little bit extra coinage inside for inside, right? And so for an inside drawing, and I promise for 150 bucks you get the book and a drawing inside. It's the best deal of the century. If you love my work and if you want a drawing of mine in the blue Prismacolor, it's like a total perfect deal. You get a book and the drawing for 150. Now the rates are going to be going up at some point soon, but in the meantime, that's what it is. So I do these really funky drawings. This one is off of this bass player. I mean, he's a guitar player. I'm not sure who he is. But you'll see that I'm drawing directly from this photo, and I'm pushing and I'm pulling and I'm adding in wonk. So one of the things I'd like to drop on you, if you're not familiar with what I'm doing, is I'm drawing with a technique called blind contour not really. And really, there's a video out on YouTube that it's me. It's a video about me, I think with schoolism, and it's just called blind contour not really. And if you've ever done a blind contour drawing, it's basically that you're tracing the object with your eye and you're not looking at your paper. And so it's a little complex. I teach it in all of my drawing classes and courses, and it's ultimately where you're drawing and you're not looking at the paper. The not really comes in where I'll look and position my pencil in the right spot so so that I can make an accurate line, but all of my lines are made by never looking at my paper. And the beauty about this approach is that your lines are made without a safety net. And there's no timidity, no nervousness happening. You're just really freaking making lines that are complete observations and tracings of what your eye is doing. And because you're not looking at your paper, you're really going for it. You're swinging for the fences. And they're the most accurate lines that you will ever make. So let me just unpack a little bit here what I'm doing. You can see that I draw shapes. I don't draw eyelashes. I don't draw eyebrows. Now I'm putting in an eyebrow shape in a shadow mass. And you can see that whole eye is filled with a shadow mass. And the value of that, I'm going to darken it right now. The whole shadow is about a 6 value on a scale of 1 to 10. Now that's another thing that I talk about in a lot of the classes I teach. Again, schoolism, I have a class called the 901 Indigo Bleu, and I talked about value, and you can watch it there if you want to check out schoolism. This is not to sell anything. This class is, this video is about drawing, but because I go over these things at length in other videos, I'm going to drop them. So anyways, that's there if you want to see it. But this whole shadow mass here, there are details in the shadow, but really the eyebrow, the eyelashes, or the eye itself are really more about shapes than they are individual eyelashes and eyebrow hairs. So also what I'm doing right now is I'm massing in the shadow mass. And one of the things that makes a photo, a photo really awesome to draw from is having a very clear light effect on a photo and make sure it's high res. So we want to make sure that because it's so freaking difficult, making imagery and drawing is so complicated, that we want to make sure that we really are winning from the beginning. And all that really means is I'm going to find an amazing pic with high res, great lighting, a light source coming from one effect, one direction, and hitting on an object. So you can see how it's very super clear. There's the light, there's the shadow, and that's going to make me win hugely when I draw. So all of this to say is now I'm sort of massing in the shadow area. Everywhere where the light is not hitting, that's going to be a shadow mass. And I'm also now going darker. I'm also going to darken this ear right here. I'm going to darken the neck. I'm going to start going really super dark with the inside of the mouth right here. And what's interesting is what I thought was dark is no longer dark because Mr. 901 Indigo Bleu value 10 showed up and said, hey, you're not so dark anymore. I'm here. And you can see it starts helping you make darker areas that you thought were dark lighted, because now you have context. Now you have dark showing up. So all it's to say is I'm constantly strengthening this drawing, and I'm fully aware of where the light is coming from, and I'm working on these shadow shapes as masses, and I'm filling them in, coloring them in, adding tone, going darker. But this is really, and ultimately it's a shape. I hope that makes sense. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. But you can see I'm going to now darken sort of the right side of his face. All of the stuff going on the right side, I'm going to darken the ear, I'm going to darken the neck, because it's almost as if it's the dark side of the moon. You know, when you get to the dark side of the moon, you don't see any detail over there. And when things start stepping into the shadows, you don't see a lot of reflected light. I firmly believe that if you show a lot of reflected light, that you're an amateur. Now, that's just my opinion. I've done it. But reflected light, it can serve a purpose. But by and large, it should not get your attention. It should not scream your name. So let me tell you one more thing I'm working on right here. Right now, I had this really harsh line on the right side of his face that looks like a sideburn up by his ear. And it's not really handled well. It's like almost like a straight line, and it's not really form revealing around the folds of his left eye, which is on our right side. So I turned it into more of a big sideburn, and then I indicated on the left side of his face a little bit more of a sideburn as well, but it's more shapes. I think you can see that. You'd have to back up a quick minute to do it. But now I'm just going to darken the rest of this bad boy. And what I'm really trying to do now is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to be erasing out this beard that this dude has. And I need to define it clearly as a shape. I'm going to also right now go in and mass out this shadow area. But you can see right now I'm still trying to work on this sort of the sideburn thing. I'm darkening the ear so that it's not jumping out at me. I'm putting in some darker darks here just to create a lot more form, a lot more roundedness. And I'm darkening the shadow area. Darkening the nose just a bit. It's looking pretty cool so far. I'm really digging it so far. But what I'm trying to do is knock down a lot of the white. I don't need a lot of white hot spots happening in this face. Okay, now we have Mr. X-Acto knife. Check this out. This is a really cool technique that I discovered. I don't know if anybody else is doing it, but I definitely discovered it by accident. It's a very specific paper, which I'll tell you at the end. Hang tight to the end.
Hold all questions until the end. Thank you.
It allows you to scratch off. It's freaking cool. You got to scratch really lightly, but you can scratch all of this blue away. It just scratches away like butter. Super cool. But right now, I am treating this beard in shapes, in patterns. And I'm thinking a lot about the different shapes that are happening and being thrown down with this exact knife. Also want to scratch out a little bit of a highlight here. Might throw a few hairs into the eyebrow right here. But again, keep it really simple. Don't get really hokey with your line. I'm scratching out that mistake. The paper does not let you erase. So you have to make your marks count, which is really killer. It will strengthen your drawing ability and your mark making, knowing you cannot rely on erasing. So I haven't erased in 15 years, in 10 years, since 2015, since I started this paper. I haven't erased in 15 years, and it's changed my drawing. So I'm going to sign this bad boy. This is an inside the book. You can get it in my store, thomasfluharty.com. Thanks for following along. There's more to come on this video technique and this drawing technique. All the best, my friend. Later, dude. Friends, so that's it on the 901 Indigo Blue technique. I will drop the paper right here. Epson Heavyweight Premium Paper. Draw on the bright side. Do not draw on the yellow side or the off-white. I teach this class, this technique at schoolism.com. Check it out. It's called the 901 Indigo Blue class. It's 9 weeks. You can work with me. I can unpack how I draw, what I'm thinking when I do this technique. Also, the sticks are available. So hit me up in the comments. I will get back to you. You can also email me, thetommyflu@gmail.com. Google my name. You can find out how to email me. I'll get back to you and we'll get these things to you. All right, man. Thanks so much. Hit subscribe. Share this with your friends. Thanks for all the love and support and all the kind words. It means a ton to me. I'm looking forward to unpacking a lot more things here on YouTube. Have a great day, my friends.